Hello there, my name is Gary Axamit. I coach investors and founders on business plan ideation and execution in this world of perma-crisis and black swan events. Hope you like the podcast. If you do, follow me here or follow me on YouTube. So let's get started. This podcast has actually been in the works for about 5 years, but I really, in typical introverted, intuitive personality type, I needed an opportunity to find clarity in what was going on. 2016 was a paradigm shift, and I tried to ride that buck and bronco for as long as I could, and finally I just realized I was on the wrong side of history. The world of brick and mortar business plans is going to get relegated to the trash heap here pretty soon because of the volatility in our culture. The political pendulum apparently swung too far to the left. Now it's going to swing back to the right, and it's probably going to overcompensate to the right, and that's just how politics works. None of that would really bother me in any way, shape, or form. I was a lobbyist in Washington, D.C. I understand politics very well. The problem is this volatility is very detrimental to economic growth in America, and most people aren't talking about that. You cannot build wealth in a hurricane. It just doesn't work. When I was borrowing money from Wall Street, typically the timeline on their return was about 36 months. First time I experienced that, I was a little bit put out because I felt like it was very short-sighted. But now I understand why it is 36 months, and actually I think 36 months is too long. We're probably looking at 18 to 24 month windows on business plans being successful because you're going to get caught between these peaks and these valleys and these black swan events, and these black swan events are just going to start getting stacked up tighter and tighter and tighter. You never hear Wall Street complaining about the black swan events because they benefit them. They can borrow cheap money, and we can't as founders to ensure that we're going to survive. And so it's a Hoover maneuver for Wall Street. It's an opportunity to use economic policy and volatility in the culture to basically push founders out of businesses and take them over. We're going to talk a lot about that later. So here's one thing that old men seldom tell young men or young people is that it takes about 5 years of true laser-focused dedication to get yourself to the point where you're financially sustainable, meaning have 3 to 5 years worth of liquid savings set aside. You don't need your daily job, but you go to your daily job just so you don't burn through your cash. It takes about another 5 years to become wealthy. And if you pick these cycles, now to be clear, there is going to be unbelievable opportunities to create generational wealth over the next few years in this volatility. But you have to be able to pick your cycles. You have to be able to understand where you are relative to where the rest of the culture is. And, societal mindset is critical to success right now, and you can't fight gravity. I'm sorry, and the world's got to go through what it's got to go through, whether you like it or not, whether you like the outcome of what happened. It's really irrelevant, and that's one of the first things as a founder and as someone who truly wants to create wealth that you better get through your head real damn quick, is get yourself out of the mindset of your isms. The mindset of your biases, okay? Extract all of that crap out of your head and focus purely on the facts. And that's how you will create generational wealth. You've got to be able to not listen to the politics, understand where the politics is going, but don't pay attention to it because it's all kabuki theater. 9 times out of 10 has nothing to do with you. The only thing they need from you is your money and your vote. Once they've got those two things, this is a perfect dysfunctional codependent relationship. They kick your ass to the curb and they don't need you anymore. So don't listen to that, okay? Wealth in the 21st century is going to be created in the casino economy. I'm actually really excited about what's coming. The idea of tokenization of everything is so exciting. It's mind-boggling. 24/7 trading markets, I think the NFT market is just so on the back burner right now. Nobody's talking about it, and I don't even understand why nobody's talking about it. The concept of NFTing everything and every business that we have around us is a very real possibility. You don't have to buy into a franchise. The guy NFTs his franchise, you buy a piece of the franchise, and you can buy it, sell it anytime you want to in the market. That is so exciting from the perspective of creating generational wealth. So anyway, I don't want to sit here and just ramble on forever, but I hope you get some value out of this podcast. And, it came with a lot of experience and a lot of hard licks in life. Okay, I have made, invested, lost, made back again. Millions of dollars personally. Scary. But it doesn't. It has never worried me, no matter how far down I got, because I always understood that I had the ability to pull myself out of it. The thing that people don't understand about being successful, and this is another thing that comes with being an older man, and I'll leave you with this, and then we'll move on. There are years when nothing happens. Okay, there are years when you pursue your dream, your goal, whatever it is, and you feel like it's never going to happen. And then there are days when years happen. And I don't know whether that resonates with you, but I want you to really think about what I just said. Because that's what you get from a perma-crisis culture. Okay, you've got to have cash. You got to have stacks of cash. You got to be able to pick your entries. And so, let's go make some money. Let's have some fun.